Welcome guys to another episode of Boom Arena. Today we're gonna be continuing to review the decks of a top 10 players from the recent season, and we're gonna start things off with a number 3 player finishing called UUU. Triple U for the shorter form, but he was using mostly this Mortar lightning deck, which was absolutely dominating the ladder at the last week. So without further ado, I'm gonna just jump to some gameplay and show how it's done. And we're gonna face Monkey Ball 7863. I hope we're gonna get a good game out of him, because I'm gonna try to commentate how this deck works. Obviously this is a Mortar cycle deck, which is gonna be very spell heavy, because we will be having this lightning. He's gonna stop our first Mortar, and he's gonna be playing a lot of Fauns and devils, which, yeah, it's not gonna be the perfect thing for us to see. Obviously the perfect thing for us to see would be some digger matchup, because we can always outdamage it with our lightning, and it will have some trouble with, okay, he's gonna actually have a digger, so we're gonna just stop it right here. That's also a very nice technique. Even if you don't catch the digger, you can always use Ice Tiny to just stun it and then retarget to your skeletons. And provided your opponent won't play a poison for it, it's gonna be absolutely good sequence for you. Right now he's gonna push the issue forward with the Dark Knight and Devils, and he's gonna even use a Blitz to force more mana out of me, which I'm very comfortable spending, because pretty much my deck revolves around very heavy defense, and I'm able to do that. He should be aware that I'm able to do that, but nonetheless I think this Blitz was very well played by him, and actually forced some issue for me, because obviously you cannot win with your opponent if he doesn't make mistakes, and if you only hope for your opponent to make mistakes, you will probably not succeed. So it's very nice to just play these moves that he played to force out some mistakes, well, by force. This Mortar won't get a shot. He's gonna be having very good deck against me. I believe it's gonna be a Dark Knight Faun King deck, but not the exact variation that I was recently showing. It's gonna be a slightly modified variation of it, which is gonna be also fine. He's gonna actually get rid of my Mortar, which is, well, not gonna say not cool, but I would prefer for it to stay alive. And right now we're gonna get another Mortar. He's gonna be actually on time with this feat, so huge kudos to him. He's gonna be playing right now Devils, and actually Mortar will get one shot on the tower, which is very huge, because right, like you can see, we're trading at the bridge and no player seems to get anywhere, but we're getting somewhere. And actually, okay, this Dark Knight will pose some trouble, because in a perfect world we want to save these skeletons against Faun King, but right now we won't be able to. And okay, right now we are gonna just be playing Mortar, because he sold out too early with this digger. We're gonna be getting rid of these troops. We're gonna play some cannon on the bridge to protect our Mortar, and right now that's gonna be a huge lock for us for a very lot of damage. We're gonna play another Mortar because he played Blitz. Like I've said, it's always good to see your opponent playing a spell instead of troop, because it usually means that your position is good and you are winning. And that's what we see right now, because he's gonna get a lock on my Mortar, which kinda sucks, but we are just winning anyway, so it doesn't matter. It was very good game playing against him. We're gonna hit him actually with good game, but it's gonna be us that will eventually come out on top, and that's gonna be a good opening video to showcase how strong this deck is. And I didn't even have to use lightning, because I just didn't have a good targets. As you could have seen from the game number 1, we are playing a very defensive deck, and that's gonna be usually the main motto of how you want to play with it. It's a very decent deck on defense, and it has some potential on offense, and even if you cannot break through, it usually will find a way in the form of lightning. Lightning in this matchup will be already very good, as I can see. It's gonna be a very good counter against a Bomberman, and obviously Bomberman is a 5 mana card, so Lightning it will give us -1 mana trade, but not for long, because obviously the breakthrough from the damage also has to count in some way. We're gonna be, okay, he's gonna be playing Lightning, so it's not gonna be a default deck as I anticipated. It's gonna be way more, I mean, at least a bit of more complex than I thought. I'm gonna stop these Bone Blasters and get a lock with a Mortar. So my guess is he's playing Lightning for a Stone Fauns, probably thinking that these two cards fulfill the same role and he can get rid of Stone Fauns because he still has Archers. And that's gonna be probably a very good analysis out of him, but unfortunately this Lightning was just too aggressive. We're gonna get away with it and get some damage with a Mortar, and right now we're gonna actually just wait for him to make a play because we don't want to commit any of our big cards. In fact, we only have like 2 cards that we play with, and it's Mortar and Lightning, so rest of the cards are just a core of the deck and we kinda want to play them anyway, but these are the cards which we will have to commit decisions on when we want to play with them. So right now it would be a very good moment to play a Lightning because he played his own, but unfortunately he's not giving us a very good opportunity, so we're gonna have to create ourselves a opening. I'm gonna play a Mortar right here. I'm gonna be playing some Archers. He's gonna play Arrows, and from my seeing, this Mortar won't lock. Unfortunately, it should be about time where I start to just getting lightnings on his tower. If he is gonna lightning this Mortar, I'm gonna lightning his as well. But so far he's not doing it, so I'm gonna just try to defend this Mortar and get as much value as possible. Right now he's playing Bomberman, and this Bomberman will go into the range of Lightning, so I'm gonna obviously take it. And I'm gonna play another Mortar right after, just to apply more pressure. This should actually seal the deal because Mortar will get one more shot. Okay, it won't get one more shot. I kinda jinxed it. I should have played the Skeletons way earlier, and right now the very instructive thing is spell cycling. So you're gonna be playing a Lightning for the tower, and then you cycle 4 cheapest cards in your hand to play another Lightning and finish out the game. That's a dirty one to finish the game, but you have to do it sometimes, and this time obviously it worked. So that's some way how to close the game. Obviously you can just get many Mortar lock-ons and absolutely dominate the game, win in a tiebreaker. You can supplement your attacks with a Lightning, which is not good of a spell, but in this particular deck is kinda decent. And that's pretty much how you play this deck, because there's not really more ways to get a damage. I'm gonna cycle my Rolling Steel because why not? It's a good play. And he's gonna be playing Devils. He's gonna be also playing Thief, so my guess he's gonna be playing Dark Knight again. And again we're gonna have to prove that we are just superior defensively. That's absolutely no problem for us. This time will be having a Digger, which gonna be a very hard component for us to compute, for the fact that we basically aren't able to spell cycle our way to win 100%. We will have to get some Mortar lock-ons in the meantime, and obviously he is doing a very good job hiding his rest of the cards, so I won't get some idea of safety. Right now I'm gonna predict his Thief. Okay, he's gonna be playing Gunner here. He's gonna be even playing very nice Digger, but the Mortar shot will come, and that's the thing I'm fighting for. I won't be cycling aggressively to Mortar because, like I've said, I'm guessing he's playing Dark Knight and Faun King, so I cannot be too aggressive. I'm gonna be playing Mortar only at 10 mana and only if he has a empty board. So he had an empty board and had only Devils on it, but unfortunately it wasn't... okay, he even tried to predict my Skeletons, which is very nice play out of him, but I think this prediction was just too early and it didn't work out at all. So I'm gonna play another Mortar, and right now he should start to play more of a heavy cards. At some point he will have to start. That's also a very nice interaction to learn that you can stop 5th midway charge and with a rolling still like this. And there's the Faun King finally, so he's gonna eventually bring this to the party. I'm gonna right now try to protect that Mortar. It won't get another shot, but our original one will. And that's gonna be a very good thing. Right now he should be playing Dark Knight. I mean, at some point he will have to bring the big guns because, well, his small guns aren't working. Right now I'm gonna just be playing Mortar, protected with the Faun King, and okay, he's gonna not even try to block it, so my guess is that he gave up. And that's gonna be GG, well played, for this final game of today's video. And that's gonna be it for today. That's how you play this Mortar Lightning deck. Like you've seen, obviously you rarely see the Lightning being played, but when it does, it has to make some difference, mainly hitting the tower or some key troops to allow for Mortar to lock on. I didn't show this one in this game, but there are instances where you want to do that because Lightning does some nice damage to a tower, but if you can choose between Mortar Lock-on and Lightning, you usually want to choose a Mortar Lock-on because it forces more mana out of your opponent and makes your position just better. With that out of the way, very thanks for staying till the end of this video. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to not miss out more Boom Arena gameplay, and yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode of Boom Arena.